I get a lot of complaint from people going to the store about this racket. Hi everybody, it's Cyclone. Today we're gonna review the Yonex Percept 100. Let's go. So I'm really excited to try this racket. It's been a long time since I want to try this racket. Since the release of this racket, I finally get my hand on it. So let's review it. I get a lot of complaint from people going to the store about this racket, and I feel like it's a little bit weird. People are expecting this racket to be a brand new one, but it's actually not a brand new racket. It's actually the evolution of the Volkl Pro 100. And if you haven't seen my review of this racket, I was saying that this racket is really fun because it's a good blend between power, spin, and control. And so don't expect a brand new racket, it's more of a rebranding. So Yonex found that, you know, the Volkl thing and the Volkl Pro line was a bit too confusing, so they decided to switch to the Percept for the control-oriented racket from their brand. And so not much has really changed from this racket. If we go to the specs, it's still a 100 square inch head size racket with a 16 by 19. The only thing that I can see that is maybe different is the last cross string. I feel like it's a bit lower in the racket, but that might be just my vision. And then you have a 300 unstrung weight. The brand new thing is the servo filter technology that should bring a bit more flexibility and stability to the racket. Just like pretty much every brand are doing, like Wilson with the Paradigm, bending head with the Oxen. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. The look of the racket is a bit different. Yeah, we go back to that teal slash green slash pink. If you haven't seen my Percept video, when I was doing the video in my car, I was talking about the look and I was like unsure about how it would look. I would say in real life, you know, it's not the first time that I've seen this racket in real life, but you know, it's not the best looking racket, but I would say it's a bit better in real life than it is on video. So yeah, I expect this racket to be fun to play, and yeah, should be a fun review. Let's go on the court. Alright, with the Yonex Percept 100 on the court, first thing that I felt was yeah, the control of the racket, but also the fact that it, you know, it's still a powerful racket. And what I love with this racket right off the bat was the fact that I could put a lot of spin on my ball and just, you know, play a bit safer, but I could also go with flat shots that were pretty hard and it would most of the time still lands in. So for me, it's more a racket for a player that wants to attack, but that needs, you know, this bit of extra power to just put a bit weight behind the shot. And yeah, you know, definitely a good racket. Really enjoyed the process when I was hitting with this racket. You know, overall, you know, a really versatile racket. And I could defend also. Yeah, really like a good overall racket. Obviously sometimes you feel that you miss a bit of control because it's a 16 by 19 in a 100 square inch, but I would say it's pretty normal. At the net, not the best. I felt like it was not the most stable, lack a bit of stability. At the serve, yeah, really good. You have this extra power, you can put this extra spin. Yeah, just you feel like it's a good overall racket still when you're serving. So yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so the Yonex Percept 100 is not a bad racket in any ways. It's just like I've said at the beginning of the video, it's just a bit disappointing to see that, you know, Yonex is such a good brand and that they're not really improving their racket. And like I said at the beginning, like, I know the reason why, but at the same time, like, you know, you had all the time, you know, to develop a new Percept with different thing and all that stuff, and I would have been cool with it. Like, I would have been cool if the Percept was released a year later. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's a rebranding racket. But yeah, if we're going over it, like, this racket is meant for every player who loves to have, you know, this mix between power, spin, control, but also who likes a 100 square inch head size racket. And I would say that this racket fits a really particular part of you know, player that needs to have, you know, those mix, because it's pretty rare to find a 100 square inch with a 16 by 19 but with still a bit of control. And just like the Volkl Pro 100, I found myself at the beginning to find this racket a bit too powerful, but as the time went by I was getting used to it, and found a lot of control in this racket when you're getting used to it. I've played different situations, I've played outside, inside, I've played game with this, and yeah, I've even coached a bit with this, and I mean, it's a really good racket, but just like I said, you know, it's a bit of a copy-paste of the Volkl Pro 100. So now let's go with the rating. Yeah, I feel bad for it, but like, I have to give the same rating that I gave to the Volkl Pro 100, because I mean, it's the same racket. And yeah, you will see, I will release on my channel a comparison between this one and the Volkl Pro 100. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe, to like and to comment. See you next time, bye bye, and thank you to Tennis Tech for giving me this racket. Racquet Volkl didn't have this racket, so Tennis Tech offered me to try this racket, so thanks a lot. See you next time.